I am so excited to be on YouTube right now. The vibes in this video are about to be immaculate. I have so much trauma around YouTube, which is why I don't do it often. I need to get over it. I just posted this on my Instagram stories, all of the DMs from you guys, just saying how excited you are to see a YouTube video. I'm like, why don't I do this more often? It's such a conundrum for me. Anyways, I have been so into drinking coffee recently. Not espresso, not lattes, but just coffee. Like I bought myself just like a normal Cuisinart coffee maker and it's so good. I got caught up on the latte craze for a while there, but oh my God, a good cup of coffee, so delicious. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a little makeup tutorial, a little get ready with me. My routine has completely changed since the last time I was here 12 billion years ago. So I'm gonna do kind of like my everyday routine. This is not my everyday routine. My everyday routine is actually more like this. Bruises and all. Can you see how bruised my chin is right now from getting filler in my chin? The profile is profiling, okay? But I am very bruised. So the first thing that I have changed in my makeup routine is I do my brows first. I never thought in a million years that I would be doing my brows first before anything else, but it has changed my makeup routine for the positive so damn much, you guys. So what I do is I go in with the Rare Beauty Brow Gel, and I brush my brow hairs straight up, and then I kind of let that dry before I go in and I give them shape. But we are not gonna leave them like that, okay? We're just brushing them up for now, and then I will like press my hairs onto my skin so that they kind of just like dry down like that, and then I'll go in and I'll shape the shit out of them. I will take my wand, shape them like this, and then I always wipe away any of that brow gel that could be around my brows. That way it doesn't interfere with my foundation when I apply my foundation. So look at the difference in shape between this and this, just from clear brow gel. I've been in such a Gossip Girl phase recently. I have it playing like silently in the background right now, that way it doesn't disturb you. But I rewatched the entire show from beginning to end, and then that still wasn't enough, so I started the whole thing over again. Like, what is it with anxiety girlies? We love to watch the same thing over and over. Like, it's such a comfort thing. You know, a show that I never got into was Gilmore Girls. At this rate, this video is gonna be 2.5 hours long. I need to shut the up and do my makeup. Now that my eyebrow gel is dried, I'm going to fill in my brows. I have truly been on a journey with my eyebrows the last 6 months or so because I had a really hard time breaking myself out of the box that I was putting my eyebrows in, which is doing it mid-routine. And I just felt like they were so bold and over the top and they just didn't look as natural. So I have finally found the routine that works for me after trial and error and trying so many things that did not look good. I feel like I finally have reached a point where I really, really love them. So then I'm gonna grab the Urban Decay Brow Blade, and this is a liquid brow pencil, and I just do little flicks of this, and the tip of this is so fine. It's so easy to create hair-like strokes. Now what I do is I grab a clean spoolie. Okay, it has to be clean. You cannot use the back of your brow brush over and over and over. It's gonna make your eyebrows crusty. So a clean spoolie, you can get like a pack of them on Amazon. You can get like 100 of these on Amazon for like $5. Go ahead and brush lightly over top of what I did, and it's gonna feather it out and make it look so natural. But I'm telling you, it has to be a clean spoolie. Use it, throw it away, every single time, get a new one. So now I'm just using Hourglass concealer and a precise brush, and I am just carving out my brow super lightly on the bottom. This will make the biggest difference ever in the brow shape. So now you can see the difference between this brow and what we did with the shape. It's still looking natural, it's looking fluffy, but it just takes a shit on this one. I'm having so many camera and lighting technical difficulties right now. This is what happens when you only film YouTube like twice a year. Okay, so now we're moving on to the face. I'm not gonna prime my face today. I actually have been in a no priming mood recently just because I've been loving my skincare so much. I don't feel like I need primer. I'm gonna grab a pot of concealer. This is by NARS, and I'm gonna take a generous amount, like a very generous amount, and I'm gonna put it over top of my bruises. I'm not even gonna worry about blending that out. I'm literally just taking like a thick amount and putting it on my entire chin area and covering that up. Look at how amazing that concealer is. And then I'm gonna take that same concealer and I'm gonna put a dot over areas where I feel like I have spots that I don't like. The trick to this is you cannot get a concealer that's too light. Us 2016 girlies that love a full beat, we were always using concealer that was way too light. When you are covering up things on the face, you want concealer that is about the exact same color as your skin, okay? And this is as close as I can get with NARS. NARS is very yellow and very pinky undertone. I do wish that they would expand their shade range and give us more neutrals, but this is the best I can do for myself. Okay, so now that I have spot concealed all over my face, I'm gonna go in with my foundation now. Now, if I was gonna use a primer, I would probably go in with something like the e.l.f. Jelly Pop. I love e.l.f. primers, but I'm in a mood recently where I'm like, I don't need primers whatsoever. The way I'm doing my skincare, and then I come downstairs and I do my makeup 10 minutes later, I feel like my skincare is prepping my skin for makeup better than any primer can. But if you're someone that needs oil control or something like that, of course you use your primer. Okay, so I recently discovered this Bosma foundation stick, and you guys, I am obsessed. The shade range is unlike any other foundation that I have found. It is so neutral, it is so perfect. But I am recently spray tanned, although on camera I look kind of fair. I'm actually really tan right now. So this might not be my perfect shade right now. But you guys, the neutralness in this product is so iconic. And then I have been using a kabuki brush. I know this is crazy, okay? This is the Westman Atelier, so it's expensive. But I've been using a kabuki brush to blend up my foundation recently as opposed to a beauty sponge. I know it's so weird, but I just like it. I feel like it kind of shears out the foundation. It presses it into the skin. And look at this. It's just really giving skin. I just changed the lighting because the sun is coming and going behind clouds and it's driving me crazy. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing a little bit better with this. So I am just painting this all over my entire face. Look at how good this color is. And the formulation of this product is so amazing. It's definitely like a medium coverage, very buildable. It's got a glow to it, but it's not too dewy. Some of these products are so damn dewy that they're not realistic. And I'm like, how is that wearing throughout the day? Like, let me see that up close in 4K unfiltered. You know what I mean? This is just beautiful. Like, the skin is skinning. For concealer, Natasha Denona concealer. Oh my gosh, it's so freaking good. I love the Hourglass concealer as well. The Hourglass is much more full coverage. Natasha definitely is a lighter weight formula. It's online only, which is kind of annoying. I want it to be in stores so bad, but it is a lighter weight, creamier, but it doesn't settle. It just looks so beautiful. It's such a good formula. Okay, so pro tip, let your concealer sit as long as you can. Okay, that's dramatic, like you don't want it to sit there for like 10 or 15 minutes. But if you have the time, letting your concealer sit like this for a minute, 2 or 3 minutes, it's just going to help it dry down a little bit. So when you blend it out, you're gonna get more coverage, more bang for its buck. And honestly, in my opinion, I've never seen anyone else say this, but it's not gonna crease as easily in your fine lines and wrinkles. If I apply this concealer and immediately blend it out, I have to do 2 or 3 layers. But if I let it sit for a couple of minutes and dry, I get so much more coverage. My inner corner definitely needs more coverage today, so I'm gonna go in with a touch of Hourglass. Putting that on the nose as well, and I'm gonna let this sit for like 2 whole minutes so I get more coverage out of it. Once again, the lighting has changed. It's a hot mess video, but what's new? Punch into the skin. Look at this skin. Obviously, zero filter whatsoever, sitting in front of an overcast window, but look at this skin. This routine has just been life-changing. Going in with a full coverage concealer, spot concealing, a medium coverage foundation, and then finishing it off with under eye concealer. This is it for me. We're going in with Makeup by Mario Shaping Stick in a light medium. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this all over the tops of my cheekbones. As always, I cannot stress this enough. This should not enter this area, ever. I even bring it like this. Putting bronzer on the forehead brings everything together so much. For blush, I'm gonna go in with the Lunar Beauty liquid blush. Manny really did the damn thing with these blushes. They are beautiful. And if you guys notice, I am officially not using any Jaclyn Cosmetics products anymore. That's a lie. In my personal life, I do. Like, I use my Jaclyn Cosmetics lip products all the time, and I still use powders and things like that. But I'm trying to not use them anymore because of the fact that we don't sell them anymore. I'm like, girl, enough is enough. So the last couple of months, I have been on the mission to like find replacements for things that I created. And it's been really fun because I've really gotten to just like dive into the industry and enjoy makeup again. And I really liked it. Okay, so for under eye powder, I'm sorry you guys, I know that they changed the formula, but I still have a full one of these Givenchy's and it's still what I'm using. I have not found an under eye powder that does what this one does yet. It's so frustrating. Like, why did they change it? Nobody asked for that. So I am still using my Givenchy under eye powder. For someone that has skin like me who's super dry, this is the best under eye powder ever because it makes your under eye so flat and matte and flawless without drying it out. It's so good. Then I'm going to go in with this Chanel powder right here in shade number 20. This is a brand new addition to my collection that I have been loving. I've actually only used it like 2 or 3 times, but a really big change that I've made in my makeup routine recently, I've been powdering the shit out of my skin recently. If you've watched me for the last 12 years of my life, I am not a really big powder girl, but recently, girl, I love to be matte. I can't believe I'm even saying that. I can't believe those words are coming out of my mouth, but I love to be matte with added highlights. I've learned how to make my skin genuinely look so flawless. Like when I go out in public, people stop me just to be like, oh my God, your skin looks like it has a filter on it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's all this new makeup that I've changed. And then I gotta like give them my entire routine and they're looking at me like I have 2 heads and they don't give a f. And I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm boring you. But I'm like trying to give like a full makeup tutorial at the mall in person. Anyways, go over the lips. So we're just prepping for lip liner later. I'm so matte, it's so good. But like my forehead, that shit's too shiny. I know that like we love the dew, but it's not flattering, you guys. I get it, we love that Hailey Bieber glow. Like we want that super dewy look, but like for some of us, it's not pretty. For some of us, it's aging us. For some of us, it's emphasizing texture. It's emphasizing wrinkles and fine lines and age spots. So we've got to start going back to doing what works for us as individuals and not following makeup trends. I love a good makeup trend when it comes to like eyeliner, you know what I'm saying? Blush, lashes. But when it comes to complexion, why are there makeup trends? I do not get it. You need to do what works for your skin tone, your skin texture, and your complexion. I'm just setting my eyes with some powder for shadow because whenever I film YouTube videos, I'm always so conflicted between like talking about makeup and talking about my personal life, you know? Like, I want to teach you guys stuff and I want to explain everything because like that's what I do and like that's what I've always just been good at is teaching makeup and step by step. But also I'm like, oh, like there's so much going on in my life that I could fill you guys in on. So I'm just like, I don't know which to talk about. Okay, I'm gonna bronze my skin now and add some color back now that I have mattified the shit out of myself. I'm using this YSL bronzer right here. The formula is so beautiful and this brush, oh my God, by BK Beauty. This has been my favorite bronzer brush. This is the 107. BK Beauty is definitely my favorite brush brand right now. It's so strange to me that we do not have as many brushes as we once had. And like Morphe, hello, where are you guys? Where'd you go? What happened? I would love to see some amazing iconic brushes. We had the Makeup by Ariel collab with Morphe. Those were amazing, but this has just not been the year of brushes. And I miss my brushes. I'm still using brushes from like 8 years ago, guys. I'm like hanging on to them. This is just not the season for makeup brushes. Just warming up the face. I'm even gonna take my bronzer and put it over my nose like this. This has been something that I've been doing recently that I have been loving the outcome. I do this before and after nose contour and with my blush. And I'm gonna grab some Hoola bronzer and I'm going to contour my nose, my favorite step in my makeup routine. God, a literal rhinoplasty. Like, are you ready to see how different my nose is about to look? I'm gonna change the shape immediately. I'm a different person when I have my nose contour on. I'm so much more confident. I'll show you my face at completely different angles. Like I am unstoppable once I have my nose contour. I want a rhinoplasty so bad, you guys know this. I've literally talked about it for years and years and years. I've been talking about wanting my nose done since I was 14. My sister broke my nose at 13 years old. I have a deviated septum. It's so bad. My innards of my nose literally goes like this. Like my deviated septum is so aggressive. I don't know. I'm like, I'm 34 years old. Is it too late to do it? I'm scared, but also I have a lot of friends who've had nose jobs and they're like, it's not that big of a deal. Like the healing process is not as bad as you think. Avery Woods, who I've become friends with, she just had her nose done and she documented the whole thing on social media and I was texting her like every single day and I'm like, you are inspiring me so much. I want to get my nose done so bad. I have not ever been put under anesthesia other than for things that I absolutely have to. I've only been put under for like my endoscopy for my tummy, my tonsils, and then I had like a little procedure that I never told you guys about for my lady parts, but everything ended up being totally fine. This skin, like I cannot. Okay, for blush, I'm gonna go in with a MAC blush. You guys, I've been in love with MAC recently. I have really just gone back to my roots with MAC, and I am like, damn, they've got some good ass products, and I feel like 2025 is gonna be the year of MAC. I don't know. I'm just predicting. I'm gonna go in with the blush Melba, and I'm gonna brush this all over the cheeks, which is different than the way I used to do my blush. I used to just keep it only back here, right? To like lift everything back. Recently, what I've been doing is putting it all over literally my entire face. This entire center area. I think that it looks like you just got done snowboarding, and I think it's so cute. Like it just looks very like fresh and girly. It's like chilly outside. You came in and you take off your scarf and you're like, oh, it's so cold. Let me sit by the fire. That's what it's giving. I just like kind of bring it up in the under eye, like this whole area. Trust the process. I'm mixing a little bit of Pink Swoon in there because I just love my blush. I bring it like onto the eye area like this, all around. She's blushing. I've been keeping eyes so insanely simple, you guys do not even understand. I actually have been doing something really weird recently where I haven't even been using a crease color. I know, it's so weird. I literally just go in with a shimmer shade and I put the shimmer all over my lid and that's it. I feel like that's too much for you guys, right? I'm gonna do a little crease shade. I'm gonna go in with the Patrick Ta Major Dimension palette, okay? Because apparently no cosmetic line wants to give us eyeshadows anymore. What's happening? What's going on? Jeffree Star, he sent me this. He came out with this and I'm like, okay, hello. Thank you, somebody, for coming out with an eyeshadow palette. That red, oh, screaming to my 2017 heart. We've got the Icy Nude from Huda. That was gorgeous, but like no one wants to come out with eyeshadows anymore. And I'm like, this eyeshadow. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of this basic bitch matte brown and I'm gonna put this in my crease, okay? We're giving windshield wiper motions, okay, honey? Lightly bring that up to the brow. Don't keep this shit low. I don't wanna see you keep this color down here. It's gonna close your eyes. It's gonna make your eyes look tiny. We're opening up the lid. We're opening up the space. We went big, beautiful eyes, the windows to our soul. Bring that up to the brow like so. You guys are gonna be like, Jaclyn, are you f***ing serious? I still use my Jaclynhill palette. Oh my God, I'm gonna grab this shade right here, Little Lady, okay? And I'm gonna just put that over my lid. It's just still one of my favorite palettes. I want good things from Morphe so bad. Like honestly, it breaks my heart to see what has happened to Morphe. Like I want them to thrive. I want them to succeed so bad. And there's so much confusion out there as far as what happened with Morphe and me, and the fact that my best friend is Linda, and Linda is one of the founders of Morphe. Just to clear things up, because I know a lot of people, like Linda was my maid of honor at my wedding. She's literally my best friend. Like Linda's my sister. You know, I see comments all the time on the internet of people just being like, oh my gosh, like, how are you and Linda friends after everything that went down with Morphe and blah, blah, blah. You guys, Linda sold the company, I think it was like 8 years ago at this point. Morphe has nothing to do with our friendship. And I enjoy creating such magic with my best friend. I've told Linda for years, I'm like, you and I need to recreate our own inexpensive cosmetic company and just like give the world what they deserve. But we'll see. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And so that's like literally all I did was just put some shimmer all over my lid. Let's talk about one of the standout products of the entire year for me. This right here. I don't even think this is sold at Sephora. I think you have to get this Huda Beauty product on her actual website. This is their Luminous Pressed Powder. This is the shade 01. I want her to create like 3 or 4 different shades. This product needs to be talked about so much. I don't see anybody talk about this product, but it is so damn beautiful. Imagine my Jaclyn Cosmetics Mood Light Loose Powder, but impressed. That's what this is. It is just the most gorgeous glow from within. I use it as my brow highlight. I use it as my inner corner because it's not like glittery. It's not shimmery. It just gives such a beautiful natural glow. It is angelic. Okay, another life update. I released a collaboration with Beam. This is their Dream Powder. I talked about it a lot here on YouTube like a year ago. It is a sleep powder. It is all natural and it will knock you on your ass. It is the best sleep aid I've ever used in my entire life. It was the most difficult challenge for my drinking journey. Like I could not give up alcohol at the end of the night because it seemed to be the only thing that would actually help put me to sleep because I've been such a troubled sleeper the last several years. I tried every gummy, I tried everything that you could find, everything on Amazon, everything at Whole Foods, and it wasn't until I discovered this that I lost my damn mind. I woke up and I bawled my eyes out. Like I couldn't believe what a good night's sleep I finally got. They asked me to create my own flavor and I absolutely could not turn them down because I was so grateful for them. They're definitely a much smaller business. They're not super well known. So I just wanted to do this really to like help get their name out there even more. For people like me who have a difficult time sleeping, it just affects your life so much. It bleeds into every area of your life. And this knocks me out. It keeps me asleep. I don't have weird funky dreams. I don't wake up feeling groggy. Literally a miracle worker. So I created my own flavor and chocolate glazed donut. It's amazing. Thank you to everybody who bought it. If you or anyone you know has trouble sleeping, please check out this brand. They're so amazing. I'm just forever grateful for what it did for me. Okay, so now I take that brown color, I use it in my crease and I literally like bring it down and out. I know it's kind of scary to do because you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna create like a bruise on my face, but I'm doing it so lightly and effortlessly and it just ties in the blush and bronzer to the eyes and I just think it's such a game changer in your makeup. Like just trust the process. And then just going back in with more blush and just putting it all in this area. Right over top of that, like bitch, what? Over the nose, yes, bitch. What? For eyeliner, I'm just going to take a brush and eyeshadow. I have not been doing eyeliner much recently, just shadow pressing that along the lash line and then flicking it upward. That's it. Just nice, soft, a little messy, and make sure you bring it all the way to the outer corner because you don't want to cut your eyes short. Okay, so I have been really obsessed with these lashes recently. It's the new Kiss Falscara. I will link it down below. You just get them on Amazon, but basically they're individual lashes. So first thing you do is you put the bond on your lashes. So you just put like this lash glue all over your lash. Instead of putting it on top, you put it underneath. It's so weird at first, but it's freaking amazing. And it just sticks literally like that. It is so cool. I do like 3 of them under there. They just plop right on. Look at these lashes compared to these. Like they look so natural, but just full. This is like the coolest invention that we've had in makeup in a long time. Okay, the step that you absolutely cannot skip when you do these particular lashes is tight lining your upper rim, all right? And this liner right here is hands down the best liner I've ever used in my life for tight lining. It's by Lithe, L-I-T-H-E. It's their high definition gel liner. It doesn't transfer. It is so creamy. It is so skinny. Oh my gosh, I know it's not like an exciting product, but it's one of the best products that I found all year. I just placed an order for 4 more of them because I'm so scared for them to stop making it. Like I feel like when I fall in love with something, the brands just stop making it. And I never want to live without this liner for the rest of my life. The lighting has changed at least 10 times throughout this entire video. I would be lying to you if I said that this was easy. I have been filming at this point for like 3 hours. Okay, I'm taking that Huda Beauty glowish powder and I'm putting that in my inner corner as a highlight. I'm just gonna work that all around in there. Okay, I'm grabbing MAC Studio Fix powder in shade NW13, all right? This is like a pinky tone light powder. It is full coverage as hell. A little bit goes a long way, but girl, this powder is effing gorgeous. This powder has been around, I almost wanna say since the 90s. Like, I don't know how accurate that is, but it's been around forever. And it is just, it's so damn good. It's one of those products that everybody uses. Like all of these celebrity artists, they're all using MAC Studio Fix, but no one's talking about it because it's just such an old tried and true that we're too busy talking about all the new stuff. But girl, MAC Studio Fix is that bitch. Okay, last but not least for my complexion, I'm going to use this Glow Play blush by MAC in the shade Cheer Up. My cheeks are not done until I use this product. It just gives the most gorgeous natural glow from within all over the cheeks. I'm going to put it all over like this. Oh God, it's so good. And then I'm gonna do something I've never done on YouTube before. I'm gonna add fake freckles. I know some of you are gonna be, oh my gosh, fake freckles, that's so stupid. Oh my gosh, I hate my freckles. And you're applying freckles? I know. I used to actually be a freckle face I don't know if I can find an old photo or not, but I used to be covered in freckles when I was a teenager. And then I got on a skincare regimen where I used lots of vitamin C and lots of acids, and I completely eliminated my freckles. It took probably 5 years. So now when I go out in the sun in the summertime, which I rarely do, but if I expose my face to the sun for a couple of hours, all my freckles come back. But they're super light now. They're not like intense like they used to be. But I hated them when I had them, and now I think they're the cutest thing ever. So I'm gonna just add little touches of them to my face because I just think that it's a really girly look. And the way I do it, I put the dots of the freckles on my finger in no rhyme or reason whatsoever. And then I just like take it and I dab it like that on a paper towel. And then I go in afterwards like this. That way it's not too aggressive. And I keep it in the center of the face, like primarily around the nose and a little bit under the eye and around the cheek. You don't want it to be too perfect because real freckles are not too perfect. I'm gonna take that glowish powder and put it right on my nose for a nose highlight. Absolutely. God, you know me. I've never ever walked away. I've never neglected or forsaken my nose highlight, not for one season. I see all these girlies being like, oh my God, Ariana Grande's nose highlight is so cute. I'm gonna highlight my nose. I'm like, we've been highlighting our nose. It is so girly and feminine. I freaking love a little Cindy Lou Who highlighted nose moment. It's so cute. I'm gonna take a little bit of white eyeliner. I actually have not done this in quite a while, but do I want it? No, yes, no, maybe a little bit. I'm gonna do a little bit of white eyeliner, little bottom mascara. Okay, before I do my lips, I'm gonna go in with even more powder. I know, but girl, this is a full coverage day, and this is what I do, okay? MAC Studio Fix in the shade C4, okay? Because now I'm changing the color because I'm using it on my face, not my under eye. And I dab right over top of my smile lines like this to keep any of that liquid out of my smile lines for good, okay? And then I just go over this area a little bit more. This is just gonna make you like over the top flawless, okay? Bitch, what? Nothing on my chin is gonna settle or move or come off, because you know, sometimes the chin will just be doing its own thing. This skin, it's insane. Last but not least, lips. Okay, I'm gonna go in with Makeup Forever Wherever Walnut. Oh my God, you guys, they reformulated their lip liners and they are so freaking good. Oh my God. I recently had my lips completely redone by Anoush, and I am still kind of like getting used to the new shape. I love it so much, but I'm still kind of getting to know like the way I like to line them and all the things. But okay, so a lot of times in my real life, I do use my Jaclyn Cosmetics liquid lips, but today, for the sake of the video, I'm not going to. I am just going to use Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Fair, because it is one of the best lipstick shades ever. That is the finished makeup look, you guys. This is a version of just my recent go-to full glam makeup look incorporating freckles. I'm gonna literally like zoom you in and get you up close because I want you to like see this glam. It's matte, it's flawless, but yet it still gives like an inner glow and some sheen. It's just so beautiful. I also forgot to use setting spray, but I didn't even think about it because the skin is skinning so hard, I don't even think I need it today. How crazy is that, you guys? I didn't use a primer or a setting spray today. That's when you know the glam is just hitting different. I hope that you enjoy this semi-chaotic, nonstop lighting change makeup tutorial. Get ready with me. I love you so much. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.